I also realise I haven't actually been listening to York's skateboarding conversation, so since we're on the skateboard...
Leonard Doman, a.k.a. Professor R. How could such an intelligent person like her suffer such a tragic downfall? Does the South really corrupt people like Patty said? This sunlight certainly seems capable of breaking someone down. No matter how you try to resist it, it's so hot it feels like I'm
Dang it! The only problem with the skateboarding ones is that I can't... He does repeat some of them, but it's so much
Why
harder.
do you think the Clarksons chose a dragonfly for their family crest?
So much harder not to bump and interrupt
it. In some European countries, dragonflies are called devil's needles, and folklore suggests that they fly around, sewing up the mouths of children who don't do as they're told. In Japan, some samurai helmets are also shaped like dragonflies. There, dragonflies are seen as beneficial insects who march valiantly ahead, preying on the pests that devour crops. In other words, dragonflies symbolize opposite things depending on whether you're in the East or the West. But why did the Clarksons choose this insect to be their symbol? I can't help but feel like it's something deeper than the cliched image of dragonflies as guardians of crops. Hungan called the dragonfly a flying serpent. What if his interpretation was right on the mark? The Clarksons are serpentine. Savage, cunning, and skilled at protecting themselves, but they don't slither along the ground. They're serpents with wings that allow them to soar above the rest, but now those wings are starting to fail on them. That's what really triggered this incident. After acquiring wings, the serpent attained prosperity and was crowned in glory, but now it's lost its power, wavering, moments away from plummeting back down to the earth. So it started lashing out against others, just like it used to do before it gained its wings. Sort of sounds like an ancient myth, doesn't it, Zach?
The skateboarding conversation, considering how easy it is to interrupt them, the skateboarding conversations are so frigging long. Like, it was alright in the car, because York would just carry on talking even if you ran the car off the road, and as long as you didn't destroy the car, he would just keep going. Wait.
Isaac Lake?
That's the name of the former head of the Clarkson family.
Hang on, I feel like there was an animation missing there, because York made a lighter sound, and now he has a lit cigarette. So unless he just really awkwardly lit his cigarette off the bottom of the screen there, I'm pretty sure the lightcigarette.exe file. I know I've made that joke a load of times, but they're so robotic in this game.
When he retired, they built this lake to commemorate his career.
The exe file just didn't activate properly.
That's why it's called Isaac Lake.
Oh, he's not even doing the
wanted
smoking.
People to remember the power of the Clarkson family every time they use their water, huh?
He's not even doing the smoking animation either. York.exe has suffered a critical failure. Doo-doo-doo-doo. He's just restarting and he's just having to reboot.
You sure don't miss a beat.
The water level's higher than I expected. They probably haven't been out here to check on it since Lise was murdered.
I bet that's where the water gets sucked up into the water tower. Ah!
Mr. Alligator. Never thought I'd have to use you to fight a real alligator.
Oh, I forgot that's what
What
York's
does that
gun was called.
skeletal gentleman have in mind for us, Zach?
I forgot that's what York's gun was called. Defeat the alligators and inspect the pump. Okay. I need to fight some alligators for another quest anyway, so... 2 birds, 1 stone. Oh, I like they are... aggressively coming at me now as well. Unfortunately, I upgraded the range on my gun. Hang on, I upgraded the... Paddy, I'll protect you from all the evils in this world. Unfortunately, crocodiles aren't evil. Is there a limit to the number of alligators, or do I just have to sort of keep pushing forward? This is actually a good place. If the alligators just spawn in infinitely, this is a good place for me to just... It feels like they're going to spawn in infinitely. Which, if it is, this is a good place for me to get all of the alligator stamps. But I'm not going to do that because I have to kill like hundreds of these bloody things. Alright, I'm going to shoot at some of the ones a bit further down. Okay, no, I don't have the range. The other thing is about the alligators is that they are, like everything else, they are animatronic and therefore, you can just sort of stand in them and they take a little while to kind of spool up and figure out what they're doing. Downside is these things don't drop healing. Right. Paddy, we're running for it. Tick tock, tick tock. York's not afraid of the big bad croc because these are alligators. Alright, whatever. I'll do another one. See you later, alligator! Run, Patty! Like I said, I protect you from all the evils in the world, but unfortunately alligators aren't evil, so you're on your own.
Open the door, Patty.
Ma.
Now, Patty.
One thing I've noticed, and this is from like trying to do thumbnails and stuff for this game, is that so many of the shots are really far zoomed in on the people's faces. So because of the black bars, every time there's a cutscene and I want to use it as a thumbnail, I have to remove the letterboxing. So that scene just there where York jumps to safety, like, would have looked quite cool if it was zoomed out a little bit, but it was so far zoomed in. Like, it'd be really cool if there was a shot of York diving with an alligator in the background snapping at him. But none of that. I don't think any of the shots in that scene are going to be usable for a thumbnail. And this is stuff that Swery should think about when he's making games, whether or not the scene is going to be good as a thumbnail, because it's important. Let's reload. Still, it's a good place to. I mean, unfortunately, you can't replay. Oh no, you can replay story missions. So yeah, if you want to get the alligator achievement, just redo this mission. And, yeah. Slap some gators.
Okay, Zach. Let's head back to the Holy Allah.
So this is pump number 2.
We need to confirm with our own eyes that we've completed the Skeletal Gentleman's Oracle.
Yeah, I think I know where pump 1 is as well. Come on, let me out. There we go. I'm hoping there aren't going to be as many crocodiles on the way back out, because York just awkwardly walks back up to the gate and the crocodile's still there snapping at him, and it's like, Prematurely skateboarded. There we go. There are quite a lot of red dots, actually, still in the... Well, like I said, this was where I came to farm crocodiles. Gators, even. So... This is a good place for them, but they're not quite as... They weren't quite as actively aggressive as they were a second ago. They're kind of just... They're in the water, so... They'll come at you once you start shooting at them.
Patty, what's that?
That tree?
No.
Or the water tap?
Ah! Bloody tiny albino gator.
Hey, Agent York.
Yes?
Is that... Sorry, never mind. I think I was just seeing things.
Sorry, it's the same button to talk to Patty as it is to... Do I have to go all the way back round again? Yeah, okay. It's the same button to talk to Patty as it is to pick stuff up, which is why I kept triggering dialogue with her. What is that? Oh, it's a sign. I was like, what's that floating thing? And it's just, again, the draw distance has been turned down so low that you can't see it.
Hey, want to talk about bridges? Why?
I've
become obsessed with bridges, Zach. And there's no turning back now. Remember what we saw on our way here?
No, hang on.
Back when we were driving that hybrid car before we switched over to the skateboard.
Stop. We've heard the bridges conversation. I don't want to hear about bridges again. This is what I mean. He does repeat some of the conversations, but annoyingly, I never know which ones. I think he might repeat all of the skateboarding ones, but I don't want to stand outside. I'm at the water tower. I don't want to trigger one in case it's one we interrupted, so I can stand here rotating again. Apologies. If you were interested in hearing about whatever it was York was talking about when I bumped him earlier.
Zach, the holy Allah is filling up. Looks like we'll be able to take a warm, invigorating shower tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, we don't have to go to pump 2. Pump 1, even.
Patty, are you okay?
I'm pretty sure this is leading towards a place that I've seen a few times, though.
No.
There's a place
Not
over
really.
there's a place over by the drawbridge where I saw Lena's car parked up, and it's like a facility there. So I'm sure I have to go there at some point.
Worried about your parents?
Well, of course I am. My mom is sick, you know. And she got even worse starting about a year ago. She used to be so beautiful, but now she looks like a completely different person. She can't even get up out of her own bed no more.
I'm sorry to hear that. I already hurt you once in the past, and now it looks like I've gone and done it again.
So, I'm just going to theorize because I like doing that. It's also basically what I've got to do. So we saw at the end of Act 2 a woman on the boat who was making baby noises and was in bed and was sick. Now, I'm wondering whether, like, all of this dialogue, like, oh, she used to be really pretty, but a year ago she changed and now I don't even recognize her. The obvious answer is that woman is Patty's mum. However, it could be a red herring, and it could be that she is the inbred child of Lena and possibly Patty's mum, or she's Patty's mum, and that's the sort of the answer. And Lena, and it might be that Patty's mum is just a completely different person. I don't know. Be interesting to find out. Just putting that out there now before we find out.
No, I know Mama's illness ain't your fault, Agent York. It's more about Daddy. He
what?
Nothing. Just forget it.
Hey! Y'all get down from there right now! I said get down here, goddammit!
Hey, Danny. Sorry about your entire family being killed.
The heir to the Clarkson legacy has come for us, Zach. And he doesn't sound very composed.
Listen to Danny's drunken ramblings. Cool. I feel sorry for Danny. He's got kind of the short end of the stick. Also, I'm pretty sure from discussions from Alea in...
You rotten little snakes! This is private property, goddammit! I guess you really do want to throw down with a Clarkson, huh? Get out here! I never gave you permission. Yeah, you think you can just walk all over us, huh? Hey! You hear me? Climb down here right now! You're gonna pay for pissing off the Clarksons. Oh yeah, you'll get yours. Oh yeah, you will. Yeah. Son of a bitch.
Hey, Pat, you want to talk about
Hey.
movies?
Let's shout something out loud.
Like what?
Chocolate Sundae.
Okay, sure. Actually, never mind. This is stupid.
You're right, we should go talk to Danny. I'm pretty sure from one of Elia's... Elia? Yeah, pretty sure that's how her name's pronounced. Conversations... Either in the beginning of Act 1 or the beginning of Act 2, it seems to suggest that Patty inherited the Clarkson estate. So I'm guessing Danny doesn't actually inherit the Clarkson estate. So he's had a bad time of it. Like, he lost that hand for nothing.
I could arrest you for drunk driving, but I simply haven't got the time.
Oh, that's why Danny was driving around standing up.
What? What did you say? Ever since you got here, my whole family. Now they're all dead.
It's been a rough couple of weeks for you, Danny, I'll be honest.
You're Satan. You came here to destroy the Clarksons. You destroyed them. Satan.
Satan? Not quite, Daniel. I'm just an agent carrying out a mission in accordance with federal law. On the contrary, I came to put a stop to all these problems. You might even consider thanking me for it.
Federal law. Mission accordance.
York, I really think you should arrest him for drunk driving, considering, like, how drunk he is.
Did you hear that? Bastard wants me to thank him.
It is, in fairness, you know, Danny's a prick, but it is kind of mean to sort of say you should thank me, and it's like, all of his family has died, and Danny, I mean, yeah, again, Danny's a prick, and he's a criminal and a thug, but still, and he lost his arm for no, I don't understand why he lost his arm, other than just that PJ was insane. He's had a rough week.
I lost everything. My treasure. At least my old baby girl. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do now.
You reap what you sow.
God damn it.
Whether you like it or not, you're the new heir to the Clarkson legacy. You could rebuild their empire, or resign it to the ravages of time. Do whatever you like. But you'll no longer be able to borrow a certain someone's power and march around like you own this town.
I mean, I guess he's still kind of collecting protection money.
You need to accept that and prepare to survive.
Okay, I don't understand why we did that section. That just to sort of annoy Danny.
Zach, it's no use. The skeletal gentleman is a strict one, that's for sure. We're going to have to figure out what the giant lady's finger is if we want to continue on with this oracle.
It's the river. It's the Mississippi's river.
Lady's finger. Lady's finger. I'm at a loss, Zach.
The only thing that comes to mind is a certain lady in glasses who displayed her middle finger to a truck driver. The student driver who was driving the car that Leslie Nielsen jumped into in order to chase down a criminal. 1988, directed by David Zucker, The Naked Gun. That car chase was terrific. It felt like we were watching one of our own car chases from the real world. That director must have gotten some advice from actual police officers. Otherwise, there's no way he would have been able to film such a realistic chase.
Hey, Agent York, can I say something? If you're looking for ladies' fingers, you know that's another name for okra, right?
Another name for okra?
Yeah, okra's pretty common here in Louisiana, so most people know about its other name.
Gosh, if only I had thought to ask anyone anything at any point.
Okra. My talented assistant strikes again. You solved the oracle instead of me. Let's hurry over to the okra farm at once, then.
An okra farm?
And find the
Oh,
biggest
yeah, there
piece
is.
of okra while we're at it.
Hey, Agent York.
The key word is giant, so it must be rather large. I'll bet it looks positively grotesque, Zach. And just imagine the stickiness. Ooh, I think I'll refrain from taking a bite.
Hey, Agent York. Our town doesn't have an okra farm.
No? Okra farm?
Relax, just follow me. I reckon I know where we're supposed to go.
Okay. I love how sad York sounded when he found out there was no okra farm. Alright, bye, Danny. Sorry about everything, but not really.
Hey, Agent, stay close to me.
Well, I am staying close. It's just that you ran away before I finished saying goodbye to Danny. And you're doing the same thing that Willie did, where you're not running at the same speed as me. Damn you and your child/dog legs, respectively. Why can't I just teleport like Patty does? I really hope this isn't very far. If I tap, I can sort of maintain her speed. Also, we're wearing very similar colours, so we're kind of like a team. Overtaking Patty, catch up. Whee! I ran out of stamina. Down my smoker's lung. Is this going to be another thing where you lead me all the way across the map? The whole running around and following a character section felt like padding in the first game, and it feels like padding now. Swear to God. See, it's annoying because it's like if I knew these sections were here, I could be like, oh, okay, I'll theorize about the plot of Deadly Premonition whilst I'm doing this section while no one's saying anything. Instead, I did it during the middle of a cutscene, and now I've got nothing to say here. I really hope... Melvin, I mean, we know that Melvin dies because he's crossed off, or at least York assumes that Melvin dies. Be interested to see whether Melvin's a bad guy, or whether he's just been roped along into helping out Candy. They did tell us the name of Patty's mum really early on, and I just forgot it. Candy. So, yeah, either that woman on the boat is Candy, or she's that whole and we're supposed to be like, oh, that must be Melvin's disappeared. That must be Patty's sick mum. Melvin must be a bad guy. So that is the sort of like. That's where my brain's pointing at, and maybe that's the conclusion York makes after, and that's the wrong conclusion that he made. Like maybe York goes for the obvious answer there, and then thinks, well, case closed, let's move on. And then it turns out that no, you missed it, and it wasn't Melville or Candy. It was a third party altogether. I really hope it's not Patty, because I really like Patty, and I don't want her to be a villain. I don't think she is. But I feel she might be kind of like Emily, in that Emily wasn't a bad guy, but most of the plot happened because of her. Not, again, through any fault of her own, just she turned down George, and so then George, who was already a bit messed up, obviously, from his childhood, but, like, got all obsessed with power to the point that he was like, well, maybe if I kill people, she'll like me. Oh, we are going to the place I thought we were going to, okay. I think that's a similar sort of thing, where maybe if it does turn out, if the woman in the boat does turn out to be Candy, maybe she's got a genetic disorder, and they're worried that Patty's going to get it, and so they're trying to, like, use the power of the red trees or whatever to, I don't know, flush it out. This is the place where I saw Lena's car a few times.
No, stop.
Yeah. Yeah, see? Parked outside of this facility here.
This is the giant lady's finger. Okra boy.
Ah. Alright, so I was wrong in that the lady's finger
He's
was
kind of
the
like
Mississippi.
the town mascot.
So I thought Mississippi lady, and her finger would be one of the rivers that came off of it. My guess was just as good.
Okra boy. You're right. No matter how you look at him, he really is a giant lady's finger. But Patty, there's no okra farm in this town, is there?
That's right.
Then why did they choose okra for the town mascot?
Good question. He's been here for as long as I can remember. Daddy said he remembers Okra Boy being around when he was a kid, too.
That's incredibly ominous.
The plot thickens.
Hey! It's my line.
Zach, doesn't it look like he's pointing at something? Let's follow that white glove.
Well, yeah, it's literally the only thing here.
Patty, that's it.
Between 6 AM and 11 PM. I should be alright then, because I'm pretty sure it's like midday. It might still be morning. Oh no, it's 2 o'clock. We have been running around following a dog and a girl for quite a while. And we fought some alligators. Yeah, so this is a whole... Oh, there's the boat! I can see it from here. Yeah, so Lena's car was parked here whilst I was... This is where I came to get hit by traffic. Because I was trying to get... There's a... one of the... fleur-de-lis is here, but I couldn't get it to trigger. And then at some point it just gave me the credit for it. So... I spent a lot of time here, basically, is what I'm saying.
So this used to be the control device for the drawbridge. But it looks like its insides have been replaced with something else.
Oh, yeah. I remember Daddy telling me about this. This drawbridge hasn't been used for decades now. So the control room doesn't work, and the power's been disconnected.
That was an easy one.
A password that requires 3 letters?
Looks that way.
What's this, then? There's an H on the top, bottom, and left sides of the leftmost panel.
Patty, trial and error won't get us anywhere.
It might.
There are 26 letters in the alphabet, which makes for 17,576 different combinations if we use 3 of them. Let's try something more efficient.
I know that. I was just fiddling with it. So, what do you want to try, Agent York?
Just leave this to Zach and I.
Alright. Puzzle time. Figure out what the 3 letters on the drawbridge control panel really mean. Quest updated.
Zach, this password may look complicated at first glance, but you needn't worry. This is a chemical formula. A challenge from Professor R. The H that's tattooed all over the leftmost panel stands for hydrogen. In other words, the leftmost panel represents the molecule you get when 3 hydrogen atoms merge. All we need to do is figure out which chemicals go in the remaining panel. Try reviewing what we know. We spoke to the 17 comrades who saw the birth of New Orleans, filled the Holy Allah, then found the giant lady's finger pointing toward the entrance to the Forbidden. After we met the 17 comrades, we encountered that ominous red tree. There was sap dripping out from the red tree's trunk, wasn't there? That must have been a metaphor for wood vinegar. Then, in order to fill the Holy Allah, we went to the reservoir. The water tower represents a distillator, and the water represents coolant. Wood vinegar, distillator, and water, Zach. Figured it out yet? The chemical formula is CH3OH, methanol. It's got to be COH, starting from the left in that order. Methanol is highly flammable and used as the base ingredient in formaldehyde. This has Professor R's name written all over it. That oracle really sent us on a roundabout mission this time. It almost feels like we're playing a video game here. Talk about stupid.
So why? Why
Zach,
was this?
Start at the left window.
Yeah, I know. I've got
Then put in
COH. I'm complaining about this,
C, O,
yeah,
and
York.
H. The answer is methanol.
Why even have this as a thing? Why not just have York press a button?
Zach, start at the left
Yeah,
window.
because you just told
Then put
me
in
the solution
C,
to this isn't a
O,
puzzle.
and
That was dumb. It was just like, hey, we're going to put an actual puzzle in this game. Like, I think the only actual puzzle, and then York just tells you. Like, the only thing you can do is maybe try and figure out the puzzle before York tells you the answer.
That must be the
But
entrance to the Forbidden, Zach.
there's no possible way to know that that's the chemical formula before York tells you what it is. That's stupid. Like, it is as dumb as everything else in the rest of this game, but just slightly more so for some reason.
You can't touch that.
Hey, Avery.
Smarty pants scientist said no.
No, Smarty Pants Scientist is dead.
Avery Smith.
Drawbridge don't work no more. The machine's junk. Yup.
You're right, Avery, but don't worry. I got permission to touch it.
Permission? Agent York, you got permission?
That's right. Permission from the President of the United States.
The president? Oh, he's a smarty pants.
In 2005? Don't think so.
Okay. I didn't see nothing. Yup. Won't tell no one neither.
I mean, he's not as bad as the president they've got at the moment, but still.
Hey, Agent York, are you really going in there?
Yes, I have to, for the sake of the investigation.
I'm getting kinda scared.
That's a rare word to hear coming from your mouth, Patty. I don't see much in there aside from some overgrown weeds, do you?
No, that's not it. I'm not scared of the weeds. I'm scared of what you'll find, Agent York.
You don't need to worry, Patty. You're my precious assistant, remember? I promise I'll protect you, no matter what happens.
There's a lot of stuff that's happening that makes me just go, why did they bother making that a Paddy? Okay, Paddy's gonna figure the door out when I talk. What? Ow! I got hit by a car, Paddy. Damn drivers in this town. Why bother making that a puzzle at all if you're just going to give me the answer? That's dumb. Why have Avery show up if you're just immediately going to tell him to go away? That's dumb. Whatever. Paddy, have you yeah, you teleport yourself out of there. So yeah, the boat's here.
Paddy, the truth is, when I first saw Okra Boy, I remembered something horrific. The most evil monster I've ever seen, in fact.
A monster?
Oh yes, a demon incarnate who plunged New York City into
he's going to
mortal
talk about
fear.
Ghostbusters.
The Stay Puffed Marshmallow Man.
Called it.
Marshmallow?
Ghostbusters, 1984, directed by Ivan Reitman. Now that's a film that was filled to the brim with bona fide horror. A true masterpiece that boasted an honest depiction of just how frightening a real ghost would be. Even if you watched it now, I'm sure it would still chill you to the bone. First night I watched it, I was too afraid to go to the bathroom alone. So I made Zach come with me.
The door.
Spooky ghosts. Now, again, I would of course have pointed to the fact of why the hell did York start talking about Ghostbusters? But that's entirely within his character. Like, I fully expect him to talk about Ghostbusters and random movies at random points. I wonder if Avery shut the door, though. Oh! The world's going into crazy hour. Ah.
Hey, Patty.
What, Agent York?
Nothing. Just felt like saying that.
Kinda ruins the tension when you can just talk to Patty. So they're red shadows here, or are these... Oh, yeah. I think there's still a... I was gonna say, I think there's still a lock around somewhere, but it's, God damn it, did someone hit Patty? Patty, I can't... You're gonna have... Why can't you turn invisible and... Alright, let's just run for it. Is this where I'm supposed to be going? Oh, dang it. Alright. Damn it, I'm losing $100 every time Patty takes damage. No, this isn't what I want. Do I have to defeat all of these before the door opens? Ooh, they've got nuke ones. Wait, hang on. Hang on. Let's get rid of the other stuff first. I'm curious about these new enemies.
Hurts, don't it? Are you in pain? Do you want to dance? Don't it? Hurts, don't it? There's nothing. I'll curse you. Void! Oh!
Who is that? I'm trying to figure out.
Are you in pain?
Is that someone? I think what's throwing me off is I think those monsters have the same voice actor as Patty. But she's just not putting on an accent.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
What did you say? She dies too quickly before she starts to finish screaming.
Oh! Are...
So she shouts, Void! It's like, Void what? Void? I think... I don't even think the name of the enemy actually gives me any clue, because I'm pretty sure I
It
know...
really seemed like you knew who Galena Clarkson was.
Well,
Shush. Inamorata. So I knew what they were called, because I'd seen the name on the stamps tab. And there was one for, I like that even though it's the... I'm in the red world at the moment, there's cars are still driving by. Like, oh yeah, traffic doesn't stop. Yeah, I'd seen them on the stamps list of, like, kill X number. I'm guessing they'll show up in the other world section. So, Patty's been suspiciously quiet during this section. She hasn't at all said, Agent York, what the hell's up with all of these red things that keep... Oh no, Columbina she's called. That other one must have been the one that stands up with the door attached to it then, I guess. But yeah, Columbina doesn't tell me who it is either. Maybe it's just it's not supposed to be anyone in particular. It is just a random woman enemy. But the voice actor sounds familiar. I think it's... I wonder if it will say in the credits. I doubt it will. But we shall see. I shall keep an eye out. Yeah, Pace. The Red World stuff is always really confusing because it's like it was never clear in the first game whether it was just in York's head until Emily started seeing the monsters too, and it was like, oh no, it isn't just in York's
Zach,
head.
I think we found a laboratory.
But Patty hasn't in any way mentioned them. Okay, just got my hotel fee. Cool. Now let's save. I didn't lose too much money from Patty taking damage there, so that's good. Alright, how am I doing for bullets? I got 224. Let me get rid of the root beer. That's some anti-numb, antidote, and cold be gone. Let's get some healing kits. There you go. Nothing special. Yeah, nothing exciting. Just look at these organs on a table then, I guess. Oh, there we go. Organ. It's literally the only thing I got to look at.
ugh.
That was it. That was my investigation. It's just Patty going, ugh. Great. Great investigative work, York.
A research log? No, it looks more like a journal. Look, Zach. This belonged to Lena Doman.
I'm leaving behind this research journal for the one who will carry on my plan.
A professor to the very end. This book is filled with all sorts of detailed notes. She studied abroad during school, most likely in order to get as far away from her father's prejudice as possible. Abroad, she studied chemistry and fire dynamics, then cultivated the groundwork for Sang Rouge. If what's written in this journal is to be believed, Sang Rouge is a naturally derived substance. That must mean it's something akin to ayahuasca, the hallucinogen found in the Amazon region. But Sang Rouge wasn't actually produced here. It appears that a special environment is necessary to summon the Red Demon.
Oh yeah. They have been talking about the whole fertility thing, and then I forgot that's how red trees were made. So, yeah, how did the red tree... Selena's got one. There's one at the back of the Clarkson sugar plantation, and there's one in the Clarkson's estate. Where did they... I suppose they could have just done them on random people, I guess, or... Kaysen just gave him a sapling like he gave York one, but...
Zach, look at this. It says that when Lena was still known as Lenny, she once fell in love with a woman. She fell in love with her older sister. That matches up with what PJ mentioned just before he died. And apparently, they had a daughter. The Clarksons' family tree is far more complicated than I could have imagined.
You can say that again.
And here it says that the Clarksons' older daughter later fell in love with someone in town and got married. Then she must still be somewhere in this town. Hey, Patty, did you know about all this?
I don't know.
I feel like she must know. Go on, give me my plot dump. Give me some more.
This entry is from right after she became Lena. Zach, what could this mean? A salesman passing through town gave me an epiphany that changed my life. She didn't create Sang Rouge until after she met this person. And from that point onward, she started fanatically worshipping someone. She also ceases to mention anything more about her older sister. And the word goddess of fertility starts appearing everywhere.
Yeah, York definitely forgets. He just has to. He has to forget about this. There's no way he would have forgotten about Kaysen.
The final entry, written just before she headed to the Clarksons' house. No one can stop my plan. Not even me. My only worry now is P. I only pray the Fool King can stop him. Zach, it looks like we've uncovered yet another new character. Who's the Fool King?
I'm guessing that's
This is
Melvin.
starting to read like a badly written tragedy. And P. It appears that Lena's worried about whether or not the Fool King will be able to stop our investigation and successfully murder this P character. P. Philip? Or Professor?
Oh, I'm gonna get hit in the back of my head.
No. It can't be. Oh. Whew.
Damn it, York. Stop getting hit.
Don't kill him!
Stop getting hit in the back of the head by people. Never learns his lesson. In fairness, chronologically, this would have happened before he got hit in the back of the head by Thomas, but still. He always gets a crucial piece of evidence. Hang on, did I not... Maybe I was looking at that wrong, but I'm pretty sure I saw Patty's legs in the background when I was getting up. There. Maybe I'm wrong. I'm just going to very quickly... I don't know if I took damage from that, or I just noticed my health. Just going to heal. Oh, there we go. Hi, Hungun.
Oh. Hi there, Hungan.
You're not the Fool King,
Long
are you?
time no see.
Casa Pineapple.
This is definitely your simplest oracle by far. Patty. Now it all makes sense. Zach, we need to hurry back to the hotel and put all this in order.
Oh, cool. Give me a chance to change my suit into my final suit. Should we not go and chase down Paddy, given that we found out that the Fool King wants to kill her? No? Okay. Just checking. Just making sure before we, head over to Casa Pineapple. So, the Fool King is probably Melvin. But I noticed that the camera angle of whoever hit me in the back of the head there was quite high. So we do still have the 10-foot dude with the giant feet. Now, I wonder who that is. Unless Melvin can transform into a 10-foot dude. Which actually would... Because, like, the police were guarded around the Clarksons' freezer place. Like, Melvin was in charge of the body. And then it just disappeared on his watch. So if it was him who moved it, it would make sense that he could turn himself 10 foot tall. Just... I mean, it would make as much sense as anything else in this game. Oh man, those freezers, it's doing this a lot. And it's all really scary every time it happens. One thing... Whee! One thing that is interesting is, like, the two... like, when I fought Galena and then Lena, in the sort of... in the Red World, it's never... The Red World stuff is always really ambiguous, because it's never clear, like, what's happening in York's head and what's actually happening. And the stuff with Galena and Lena turning into big demons... There's a speculation that isn't actually... like... and it's true with George as well. When George turns into a demon at the end, they don't actually turn into those things. It's just that, like, York can kind of see their power, and that's the form that their power takes. So I've got a marker set for Casa Pineapple for some reason. I don't know why. I'm just going to remove it real quick because it's bugging me. There we go. Just don't like seeing it on the map. Annoys me. Just does. So if Melvin can turn into a big 10-foot dude, that does then kind of go, okay, well... Because it's like how, at the end, when you fight Kaysen and he turns into a weird frog monster, how much of that is real and how much of that is just like York's perception of his power? Like, most people can't see it. Probably the same as like the red monsters that come out at night, and the... Like, people kind of had their suspicions about... and this was in true in the original game. They were like, oh, we don't go out during the rain because it's dangerous. But no one explicitly says it's because zombies come out. It's probably a case that only York can see them. And Emily can see them later on because I guess she's, like, it's getting to the point where his power's is leaking out. Or maybe she's just, close enough to it that it's that she can see it. I don't know. Anyway, I think it's time to change our suit for what I assume is the final part. Oh yeah, we're going all black, baby.
We found many new truths hidden in Lena Doman's journal. And some of them went far beyond our wildest dreams. First, we should clear up who PJ's first daughter is. She was a complete mystery until now. But after reading Lena's journal, I became convinced of something. She still lives somewhere in this town. Lena's journal stated that this woman married someone from the same town. Did you figure it out yet, Zach? Who is PJ Clarkson's first daughter?
Candy Woods.
Yes, Melvin's beloved wife and the most beautiful woman in town, Candy. She's PJ Clarkson's first daughter. Which means that just like Galena, Candy also carries his blood.
And Patricia.
Now we know why Melvin said that Galena was a beauty who could attract a lot of attention.
But this wouldn't... Again, because they spoiled the fact that Patricia was the Clarkson really early on, this isn't hitting as hard as it would have done if we didn't know that.
Candy had no interest in the inheritance and was also sexually liberated. That must be why PJ ended up coddling Lena so much. Candy is supposedly sick, but she's now become a key person in our case. She must be why Melvin's gone missing. Melvin's beloved wife, Candy, committed a transgression in her past. Zach, what was it?
She henpecked Melvin, she had intercourse with her father, she had intercourse with her brother.
That's right. Candy had intercourse with Lena.
Oh, okay.
Then she gave birth to a child.
I'm guessing that might have been one of the bits where York dead-named Lena, or used the wrong pronouns because it's not voice-acted.
A child that we know very well. We never heard any mention of her biological father anywhere in town, despite how much these country folk love to spread rumors. I knew there had to be some secret connected to her birth, but I never thought it'd be something like this. It's beyond anything I ever could have imagined, Zach. Next up is the Fool King, Zach. All you need to do is pick out the person who acted most like a fool when we encountered them. Honestly, the answer is clear, and it's a painful one to accept. Isn't it, Zach?
Oh, Chuck Thompson!
Melvin.
Yeah.
He's got to be the Fool King.
What is it with evil sheriffs?
The way he's acted from the moment he located Lisa's body up to now. The way Galena was murdered, silenced, without any resistance. His discord with the Clarksons, the words PJ left behind, and the engineer boot prints we saw at the discovery site. It feels like the missing puzzle pieces are all falling into place now. But why did he decide to take part in Lena's plan? According to Patricia, he seemed to be avoiding Lena. There's no way he actually could have believed that the goddess of fertility would come and save the town. Oh, so that's it, Melvin. As you nursed Candy, you too became corrupted by Sang Rouge. Drugs rob people of their judgment. They slowly but surely eat away at their users. That's most likely the reason it took Lena so long to enact her plan. I don't know what to say, Zach. This is absolutely unbearable. Lena fell in love with her older sister Candy, and the two of them had intercourse. But afterwards, Lena realized that there was a disparity between her body and her mind, and descended into suffering. Finally, Lena left home and decided to live on as Professor R. Meanwhile, Candy fell in love with Melvin, which led to her leaving home as well. I could only guess that Lena and Candy's relationship continued after they left home. Then, their strange love transformed into something else that bound them together in a powerful new way. Lena must have periodically delivered Sang Rouge to Candy as offerings to the goddess of fertility. It's hard to keep going with this, Zach. You know where it's all leading, don't you? If Lena's plan was to kill off every last Clarkson aside from her goddess, then her next target is PJ's last living descendant. She's in danger. We need to hurry.
Of course we do. You're exactly right. We need to stop Melvin and Candy. Okay.
Zach, the climax is upon us. Whoever hit me in that control room sure wasn't holding back. The blow was so devastating that I passed out instantly. There aren't many people who could do that. Oh, they hit me right in my head, so my memories are fuzzy. Not my finest hour, to say the least. Now, what should we do next? First, we're going to need to refresh ourselves a little. Sunbathing, Zach. Let's go bask in some liquid sunshine that's just as hot as the sun out there.
Really? Should we not go to, like, Melvin's house or something, or... Oh. I'm gonna drink some coffee. Of course we are. Okay, never mind, I take it back. Let's go. Let's go drink some coffee. Where are we going to drink some coffee? Where do you want me to go? Whee! No? Neither of those are coming up as red, which normally it does. What's my... Only one drink that can fresh you right now. Alright, let's try... normally it gives me a red when I go to a door that's relevant, and it's not doing that. I guess...
And that's what you can't get, so make sure.
So I think I interrupted the... Or whatever, we might as well fill up our hunger. Well, look, I'll drink some coffee in the cutscene. There we go. Liquid sunshine. I did it. I've solved the case.
Thanks, mister. Next time.
Okay, no, I obviously need to drink something else elsewhere. Okay, let's try going outside then, see if that fixes anything. Just as an aside, I really hate this, where the NPC moves at a different... I have two speeds. I have walk and sprint. Well, I have walk, run, and sprint. And Willy moves at a speed in between walk and sprint, so I have to constantly just